Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today we will be looking at some tips and tricks for mental ability test. Let us talk about sense of direction. This will be very helpful to crack Olympiads, NTSE and NSE exams. Please do watch our introduction episode to know more about sense of direction. Let's begin. Now, this is the first question. Shevin decides to drive around and visit some friends. Leaving home, he drives 5 kilometers east, 1 kilometer south, and 1 kilometer north. How far and in which direction must Shevin go to get back to his home? Option A 5 kilometer east, B 5 kilometer west, C 5 kilometer south, and D 5 kilometer north. Now, let's draw the direction diagram for this question. So, this is Shevin. Now, first, he drives 5 kilometers east. So, east means in this direction. So, after driving 5 kilometers east, he'll be in this point. Then, he drives 1 kilometer south. So, south means to the downward direction. This will be like this, 1 kilometer. And 1 kilometer north, which means upwards, which means that he traveled from this point to this point and then back from this point to this point. How far and in which direction must Shevin go to get back to his home? So it's clear that he had to drive 5 kilometers because the distance from this point to this point is 5 kilometers. But in which direction? Now, Shevin must go through here. And in this direction diagram, north upwards, south downwards, east to the right, and west to the left. So Shevin is going to the left, which means he'll be going to west. So, which means that option B, 5 kilometer west, is the correct answer. Let's go to the next question. Question number 2. Baden is facing southeast. If he turns clockwise through 135 degrees, which direction will he face in the end? Option A, southwest. Option B, northeast. Option C, west. Option D, south. Now, let's draw the relation diagram for this question. Now, these are the main directions: north, south, east, west, and the cardinal directions: northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. Now, if it runs clockwise means the turn took by a clock, which is in this direction, from north to northeast, then northeast to east, then east to southeast, and so on. So, through 135 degrees means, let's draw a normal diagram. It means here it will be 0 degree, then to the next cardinal direction it will be 45 degree, then to the next main direction it will be 90 degree, then to the next cardinal direction it will be 135 degree, which means he will have to go 1.5. So first he starts from southeast. So this will be 0 degree and south will become 45 degree and southwest will become 90 degree and at last west becomes 135 degrees. So if Badan turns clockwise through 135 degrees, he will end up in the west direction, which means that option C is the right answer. Let's go to the next question. Question 3. Vikram traveled 12 kilometers southward, then turned right and traveled 10 kilometers. Then turned right and traveled 12 kilometers. How far was Vikram from the starting point? Option A, 10 kilometers. Option B, 22 kilometers. Option C, 12 kilometers. And option D, none of these. Now, let's draw the direction diagram for this question. So, this will be Vikram. And first he traveled 12 kilometers southward. Now, south means to the down. So, 12 kilometers. After traveling 12 kilometers southward, he'll be in this point. And then turned right. So if a person is facing south and he turns right, that means he'll be facing in the west direction, which is to the left. So he travels 10 kilometers. And again, he turns right. So if he's facing west and he turns right, that means he'll be facing the north direction. So he'll be traveling to the north 12 kilometers. How far was Vikram from the starting point? So Vikram started from here and ended over here. So what we have to find out is this distance. Now 12 kilometers he traveled in a straight line, and also these 12 kilometers he traveled are parallel to each other, which means and they are placed equally so that both of the points when they meet they will have the same amount. So that which means the distance from this point to this point would be equal to distance from this point to this point. So we know the distance from this point to this point, which is 10 kilometers, which means the distance from this point to this point will be equal to 10 kilometers, which gives us the answer, which is option A, 10 kilometers. Let's go to the next question. Question number 4. An ambulance leaves the hospital to take a patient. He drives 3 miles north, 1 mile west, and 3 miles south. In which direction must the ambulance go to get back to the hospital? Option A, east. Option B, west. Option C, north. Option D, south. Let's draw the direction diagram for this question. So, this will be the ambulance. And first, he drives 3 miles north. So, north means upwards. This will be 3 miles. And after driving 3 miles north, he'll be over here. The ambulance will be over here. And then the ambulance travels 1 mile west. Now, west means to left direction. So, 1 mile. And then 3 miles south. Now, south means to the downward direction, which will be equal to here. Now, in which direction must the ambulance go to get back to the hospital? So, he leaves on the hospital from here, which means the distance we need to find out. not the distance, the direction we need to find out is this. Now, these 3 miles and 3 miles are parallel to each other and they are placed equally so that the point would be straight if they are placed together. So which means it would be a main direction. And it is facing to the right. So in that direction diagram, we can see that north upwards, south downwards, east to the right, and west to the left. So you can see that east is to the right. It gives us the answer east. Let's go to the next question. Question number 5. Chetan is 30 meters southwest of Manu. Kevin is 30 meters southeast of Manu. Kevin is in which direction of Chetan? Option A, northeast. Option B, east. Option C, northwest. Option D, north. Now, let's draw the direction diagram of the main directions and the cardinal directions. So, these are the main directions: north, south, east, west. And these will be the cardinal directions: northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. Now, Chetan is 30 meters southwest of Manu, which means that Manu will be in the middle. Manu. And Chetan is 30 meters southwest. Southwest means is given over here between south and west through this direction. So that means that 30 meter southwest would be like this. So Chetan will be over here. Now, Kevin is 30 meters southeast of Manu. So which means southeast is between south and east, which is through this direction. So 30 meter. Now, Kevin is in which direction of Chetan? So here it is Kevin. So what we need to find out is this. Meaning Kevin is in which direction of Chetan is given the question. So as they are both in southwest and southeast, and they are both from the same amount of distance, which is 30 meter, it will be a main direction. And it is going to the right. So you can see that on the right we have east. So option B, east, is the correct answer. Let's go to the next question. Question number 6. Shamil walks 5 kilometers towards east and then turns left and walks 6 kilometers. Again he turns right and walks 9 kilometers. Finally, he turns to his right and walks 6 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? Option A, 9 kilometers. Option B, 12 kilometers. Option C, 14 kilometers. Option D, 21 kilometers. Now, let's draw the direction diagram for this question. So, this will be Shamil, and he walks 5 kilometers towards east. So, east means to the right. So, it would be like this, 5 kilometers. And then turns left and walks 6 kilometers. So if a person is facing east and it turns left, which means he'll be facing to the north direction. So he walks 6 kilometers. Okay. And again he turns right and walks 9 kilometers. So if a person is facing north and turns right, which means he'll be facing east. And it was 9 kilometers. Finally, he turns to his right and walks 6 kilometers. So if the person is facing to the east and walks right, which means he'll be facing south. So walks 6 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? So we don't need to calculate this whole distance. We just need to calculate this much. So we know almost half of this, which is 5 kilometers. Now to know this, we can ignore the 6 kilometers because it's just a height. It's not used for length. And which means that this is equal to 9 kilometers because it looks similar to this line over here. So the answer would be 9 kilometers plus 5 kilometers, which is equal to 14 kilometers, which gives us the answer option C. And that is the end of this episode on math tricks. We will be back with more tricks and other educational content. To be a part of our journey, please subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios. Until next time, bye bye.